This is going to be the summer of canceling boys.
Okay.
All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful.
Lies. Fellas, don't listen to that shit. That is a trap. When have you ever heard a man say, all my friends are attractive? When? Name it. Show me. Prove it. When? When y'all say ridiculous, asinine shit like that, we don't believe you. Because women are the worst judge of character. Y'all are the worst judge of each other. Really. Y'all will smile in each other's faces and talk shit about each other behind y'all's backs. So, no, I don't believe you when you say that all of your friends are attractive. Because I've been out before, man, and I've seen a gaggle of you ladies, right? And it's 3 Barbies and 1 fucking Shrek. And the 3 Barbies are trying to convince me that Shrek over here is a fucking 10. Bitch, what? No, you're lying. Stop it. You're not the consumer of women, so stop telling us how to view them, okay? We're the consumer of women. Stop telling everyone that you and your friends are attractive. We will be the judge of that. You're not dating your friends. We're going to be the ones dating your friends. Shut up. All right, fellas, have y'all ever been called a loser by a chick? I most certainly have. One time, this chick, she sneezed around me. She was like in my vicinity. She sneezed and didn't say anything. She says, wow, men can't even say God bless you. They're just a whole bunch of fucking losers these days. And she's talking about me because there's no other men around. I'm the only guy around. And she says this, and I'm just like, I'm actually glad. Really. Because from what I've noticed as I get older, is that the women that call men losers, they only go after one type of guy. And that's the rich guy. And they're gonna do nothing but fucking drive him insane and bleed him dry. So, you know what? I'll gladly remain in Loserville because I don't want that shit at all. So, fellas, some of these ladies call you a loser. It doesn't matter. They don't want you, and believe you me, you don't want them. There's nothing to get mad about. There's nothing to get upset about. There's nothing to get offended about. But hey, we got some shoe on head. I should have led with that. We're covering, I believe, an update video to the video that we watched a couple of months ago, which I believe was called The Male Loneliness Epidemic. And then a whole bunch of us dudes, we watched that video and we were like, nah, man, not a loneliness epidemic. It's a peacefulness epidemic. It's a less anxiety, less stress epidemic. It's pretty cool. I can go hang out with my friends without getting 27 calls from fucking Jennifer. It's great. But the ladies got mad about that. They were like, no, you're wrong. It's not that either. And you know what? Matter of fact, it's not even a male loneliness epidemic. It's a male loser epidemic. Ladies, y'all will say anything to cope with the fact that you're single and no one wants you.
With all these issues men are facing, they seem to be moving to the right and the Republicans more, since the left and Democrats have essentially just become the young men eat and die movement. Months ago, I covered how the Democratic Party was losing young men, and I predicted Kamala Harris would lose in part because of young men overwhelmingly voting for Trump, and I was correct.
And you know what? I can tell you this firsthand. I have a little brother. He is 13 years old. He starts high school this year. And that young man is one conservative little fucker. Yeah, it's definitely younger than 18. You got like freshmen in high school that are just like, fuck Democrats, fuck liberals, fuck all these weird ideas that y'all have, fuck all this, I don't know what a woman is, fuck all that, men can compete against women, fuck all this, men can compete in women's sports, fuck all this teaching trans to kids in school, fuck all of this. And it's hilarious, man, because the adults could give a shit about it, and for the longest time, the kids were whatever. Well, whatever, it's not impacting me. But now it's kind of sort of actually impacting them because, you know, you're standing in front of their face and you're just like, blah, 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 blah. On top of that, you stay calling them a piece of shit. You stay calling them toxic. You stay calling us, what is that stupid ass buzz term that y'all like to use all the fucking time? Toxic masculinity. Yeah, that's all y'all say. You talk shit all day, you kick a motherfucker all goddamn. How many times you reckon you can beat a dog's ass before he finally says fuck that and never comes back? He's just gonna go find a new home because he's tired of getting beat on. Oh my god. But y'all are stupid, so y'all aren't gonna figure this out in a timely fashion either. Y'all aren't gonna figure out why y'all are bleeding votes, why y'all are hemorrhaging the male populace. Y'all will never figure it out either. I know the answers, and I know how to fix your problem. Y'all will never figure it out. The Democrats' final solution, that's what this is called. Final solution? That implies you've been trying this whole fucking time. Final solution? Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You're so full of shit. It like, whatever your plan is, it ain't gonna work.
Now the Democrats have unveiled their final solution to the right-wing male loser epidemic. Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Democrats have blown millions of dollars on
Democrats spending millions to learn how to speak to American men and win back the working class. Who knows how to speak to American men and won the working class? Who, ladies and gentlemen? Who? Donald motherfucking Trump. So, therefore, seeing as how we're no longer in high school or college, you can kind of, sort of, if so facto, I don't know, fucking plagiarize, man. Copy everything he's doing. That's how you do it. He's doing it and it's working. He's doing it and it's going good. It's right. And when you say millions, how much are we talking about? How much are we talking about? Please don't tell me that we're sending the equivalent of the NASA budget to figure out how to talk to fucking American men, right? Surely we're not spending more money than we do on space exploration to figure this very simple fucking task. Oh my lord. And then y'all want to sit here and wonder, whew.
American men and
Shoo, how did you make this video 29 minutes? I fucking can't. I could rant for like 3 hours on this shit.
dollars on efforts to appeal to American men who turned to President Donald Trump in droves on Election Day in hopes of winning back the working class. Democrats have spent $20 million on their efforts, with donors and strategists holing up in luxury hotel rooms, brainstorming how to convince working class men to return to the party. Ah yes, no.
This is like the YouTubers. This is so stupid. This is like the YouTubers that pay for an editor, which that's not a bad thing. A lot of us need editors. I personally don't have one. I do all the editing myself, but editor is good to have. But you don't stop there. No. You have an editor. You have a video guy. You have a thumbnail guy, which the editor could do the fucking thumbnails, but because you're retarded, you're going to pay a whole ass separate employee for the thumbnails. And then you have a research person. You could have I've seen YouTubers with like 4, 5, 6 editors. And their videos are like 10 minutes. Bruh, for what? What are you editing? It's not that hard. You're putting in so much more money, time, and effort to figure out something that's so fucking easy. And that's what it's like to be on the Democratic side.
Job, guys. The plan? Codename SAM, or Speaking with American Men, a strategic plan, promises to use the funds to study the syntax, language, and content that gains attention and virality in these spaces. The effort also recommends Democrats buy advertisement in video games, among other things.
Please don't do that. Please, 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 for the love of everything that is holy, do not do that. I don't even think you would be able to get away with this in the video gaming world, because I exist in the video gaming world and I'm part of that community. We already have enough advertisements. I mean, fuck, man. Call of Duty just put ads in the creator class. I can't remember for what game. There's a whole bunch of different Call of Duty games, but in I think a relevant game, they put ads in the creator class. Get the fuck out of here with that. No. Imagine you try to boot up Battlefield 2042, Halo, Destiny, fucking Tarkov, and you see Kamala Harris's stupid bitch ass on your fucking screen. Blow me.
The Democratic Party is treating young men like exotic animals they're studying. Now, as you can see here is the young man in his natural habitat, in a dark, messy cave surrounded by...
Asmongold is like the perfect representation for the men they're trying to reach. And let me tell you something. If you ain't reaching Asmongold, you're not reaching any other fucking dudes, especially in the gaming space.
Here is another young man, as you can see, also dwelling in a dark cave. This
Oh god, Destiny, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is who Democrats cater to, actually, and it's funny, because he's one of the biggest bitches I've ever seen. He's the world's biggest bitch that cosplays as a ninja. And he's a cuck. Lord. So imagine that. The only type of men you're reaching, Democrats, are cucks. Ha! Got him! Got him.
Here is another young man. We think we're not.
New Anexor. I've tried watching a couple of his videos. I don't have a problem with this young man, for the exception of just like sometimes, brother, New Anexor. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but sometimes you kind of go like a little overboard with your titles, and they all kind of like seem the same. Really, like how fucked can a person actually get? 670% fuck, dog. That's insane.
Listen, Democrats, instead of spending $20 million to do that stupid maybe you should, I don't know, actually listen to men. I listen to men for free all the time. All I have to do is read my comment section.
They don't want to, bro. They just make up a whole bunch of bullshit in their head, and then we tell them that they're wrong, and then they call us toxic. Or they call us, what's the word? They call us insecure. We're just like, actually, no, that's not true. Well, what do you know? You're just a toxic male. You're just a white male. All right. Cause I'm a man, so like I know how we operate. Kind of like how I wouldn't tell you ladies what's what when it comes to periods and birth control, right? Cause like I'm not a woman. So when it comes to like being a man, y'all kind of just need to shut the fuck up and pay attention.
Let's see here. Shoe on Head is a perfect example of why we need to repeal the 19th. Greetings from Albania. I hate women so much it's unreal. Ooh, shoo, mommy, milkies, 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 mommy, mommy, mommy. One time I got my penis stuck in a soda bottle. Okay.
That's not anything to tell anyone. That's not anything to brag about. That's not anything to share. You basically just told the whole world you have a skinny penis.
Since Trump scored big with young male.
I hate this lady. There's nothing about this lady that I like. And for someone named Joy, she has to be one of the most miserable people I think I've ever seen in my existence.
Voters last election, Democrats are spending $20 million to learn how to speak their language. I think it's a waste of money. Maybe these guys.
Oh, look. Do we agree? We agree. That's crazy. I don't believe it.
Guys should spend their money on teaching men to not be such sexists. Maybe that.
Never mind. Never mind. You went off the reservation. I was on your team, and then you went full fucking retard. Now I'm filing for free agency. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. What the fuck? You see what happens when you speak too soon, ladies and gentlemen? Don't be like me.
But the stats don't bear that out now.
Thank you. Please change that shit.
Look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that want to get married. They want to have kids. They want to have stable families. But there are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement in order.
I can't believe that this is a conversation on mainstream news. Isn't it crazy how, like, these ladies, they'll get on here and so brazenly discuss men's issues. But if men go anywhere and discuss women's issues, man, y'all bitches pearl clutch so hard and it's not even funny. How dare you have that conversation? You're not a woman. You can't talk about that. You don't know what we go through. You don't know our plight. You don't know our struggles throughout the annals of history. I know y'all never got drafted. That's for goddamn sure. I know that for a big bulk of time, y'all got to just stay at home and not do fucking anything while your husbands went to work. And somewhere along the line, y'all decided as a collective, y'all didn't want that shit no more. Y'all want to be girl bosses. Oh, but oh wait, here we are now in 2025. Y'all got rid of the lifestyle y'all so desperately wanted to get rid of, right? That whole patriarchal bullshit, remember? Right? And now y'all are miserable. Where have all the good men gone? Where are all the guys? Right? Why are they living at home with why are they still living with their parents? Blah, blah, blah. Because, man, it's better, really. To be honest, dude. And you act like half of them just like sit at their mom or their dad's house and don't do anything. Nope, they probably still go to work. They probably still pay bills. They probably still help around the house. They probably still cut the grass. They probably still do a whole bunch of shit. They're just not paying your ass any motherfucking attention. So because they're not paying you any attention, you decide it's a loser problem. It's an insecurity problem. It's a toxic male problem. Or maybe, like we said in the beginning, you can just shut the fuck up and listen instead of making shit up because you think that you know everything and you're just the authority over men. When and who the hell gave you that title? Man, please, for all of us ladies, if you're guilty, shut up.
A major problem. And you know, Speaker Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know. But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son. But Laura, I got to tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women. Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The pickings are slim.
Last I checked, I'm just going off the statistics here. Last I checked, women file for divorce more than men. Last I checked, domestic violence is higher amongst lesbian partners. Last I checked, domestic violence is actually higher in the LGBTQ community than it is in the straight community. That one kind of doesn't matter, but the first two do, because you just said right here, it's not the woman's fault. I'm sorry. You're just like, you say this talking about like, oh, Gen Z has made like this soft little lifestyle where it's cutesy for guys to stay at home and stay with their parents, but you refuse to mention that Gen Z also created the same fucking society that allows you whores to do OnlyFans. And no one wants to date someone or marry someone or be in a relationship to someone that has OnlyFans. So you can't just like sit here and talk shit about the dudes, but then not give any reprisals to the women. The ladies of today are whores. They have no morals. They got no standards. They got like 100 bodies before they even turn 25. That's gross. So you're wondering, where are all the men? They're staying away from fucking you because this is most of women today. Modern women fucking blow, bro. 6-pack, 6 inches, 6 figures. 90% of men don't even have that. So, in your eyes, 90% of men are fucking losers because they're not millionaires. 95% of us are not millionaires. But because that is the status quo these days, that's what's looked for, that's what's perpetuated to these young ladies, that's what they go for. And us men, we're just like, man, nah. And then couple everything else that you just said, all that other bullshit, and then all the other shit with the Democrats, and you have a recipe for, well, this. Sitting on national TV, talking out of your fucking ass because you're retarded.
Is the amount of young men living home with their parents increasing? Yes. Is it because they're lazy bums and just want to order DoorDash all day? No. And also, they're not paying for DoorDash, Tommy. They're financing it. Come on. Get with the times.
There are a lot of young men out there who want to live in mama's basement and order DoorDash. And that's why we have declining birth rates. It's time to go out, get a job, breathe the fresh air.
Have either of you tried applying for a job as a young man recently? Or tried buying a house on the salary of one of these young men? Have you experienced the dating market, been on the dating sites as a young man? No? Interesting, okay.
Tommy seems exhausting. She seems very domineering. That's the vibes I get from her.
Just wondering. Listen, I know the average age of a Fox News viewer is like 70 nowadays and you need to pander to them, but Tommy, you are like 2 years younger than me. You know this shit isn't true. Why are you talking like this?
Is she married? Does she have a boyfriend? Because 9 times out of 10, man, women that speak like Tommy, they're chronically single as fuck. If she's not, she's not. Whatever. But from what I've noticed, ladies with her attitude that speak that way, they gets no dick, bro. None.
Why are you talking like a f***ing boomer? I'm sorry, I have no other word for this, but I hate this like generational pick-me shit. I was born in the wrong generation. I'm not like those other young people. And you know what? She's not like those other young people. Not all young people can afford a nice nose job and lip filler and get a cushy job on Fox News based entirely on merit, I'm sure.
Damn, dude, like, male loser epidemic. Meanwhile, you have plastic surgery. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's nothing about plastic surgery I find attractive. Can you look pretty with plastic surgery? Yes. However, I'm no longer attracted to you. You as a person, as an individual on the inside. Fuck all the cosmetic shit on the I'm no longer attracted to you. If you feel that you need to change yourself that way. Male loser epidemic, girl, you're the fucking loser. You're the one that can't even be happy with who the fuck you are and how God made you. And you're talking about losers? You're the one that couldn't even stand what you saw in the mirror. Loser? Get the fuck out of here, Tommy. There's no way, girl.
Main problem with this brain-dead boomer-ass take is not only is it cringe, but it's completely divorced from reality. This slop is specifically designed for people who paid like $5 for a f***ing house. And listen,
No, it's built for stupid ass 21-year-old bitches on TikTok that are just gonna regurgitate the same nonsense.
Not all boomers, okay? My parents are boomers, they are lovely people. A lot of you guys are boomers. But when the baby boomer generation sends its people, it is not sending their best. They are not sending you. They're sending people who have lots of problems. They're bringing the housing crisis. They're bringing wage stagnation. They're falling for AI-generated photos on Facebook. But some, I assume, are good people. But my God, I truly
They're also getting exposed on the T app because they're stupid. I can't believe my privacy was violated on a website that's built on violating privacy. Oh, you stupid ass ladies on the T app. Yeah, man, you get what you fucking deserve.
I just don't understand, like, why don't boomers and spiritual boomers like Tommy Lauren see people struggling and go, wow, I wish I could fix this. They should have it better than I had it. And you wonder why so many millennials and zoomers don't want kids. I want to make the world a better place for my children. I want to make the world.
Also, you know what also, you know what also puts off men? I'll tell you this right here. Having a woman talk down to us like we're fucking stupid. And oh, you know it. Just about every talking figurehead, every talking face, every moving lip on the Democratic side, most of them are fucking chicks. And I'm sorry, but if you're gonna talk down to me and you're gonna talk at me and not to me, fuck you. Fuck your condescension. Fuck your attitude. Fuck all that shit, bro. No, man. Is it really only men that understand the concept of you have to give respect to get it? Because some of these ladies, bro, I don't even think they were ever taught that.
But here's the thing, Tammy. There is absolutely no evidence that young women want to start families more than young men. None. In fact, all the data says the exact f***ing opposite.
They're all on fucking OnlyFans, or they're climbing the corporate ladder, or they're CEOs, or they're running their own businesses. They don't want to have kids. Not now. What are they going to do? They're going to waste away their 20s. They're going to waste away well, not really waste away. They're going to get shit done. But where it really matters, they're going to waste away their 20s. They're going to waste away their 30s. And when they hit 40 years old, they're going to go on TikTok and they're going to hit record and they're going to start crying, talking about where are all the good men. It's almost like dude, Democrats, it's almost like y'all want answers, but if the answer comes from a man, y'all say, fuck that. He could give you the right answer. He could give you the keys to paradise. He could give you the secrets to the universe, but because it came from a despicable man, you ain't gonna take it. I have a feeling that's how y'all operate. A lot of you. Really.
According to Pew Research, 64% of women younger than 50 say they just don't want to have children. No reason, they just don't want them. Versus 50% of men who say the same. Another study by Archbridge Institute shows the same. 63% of women without children said they have no desire to have a child, while only 50% of men said the same. For men,
because y'all radicalized the fuck out of feminism. Once y'all got the ability to vote, have your own bank account, and stop getting your ass whooped, then you moved even higher. You got what you wanted, but it wasn't enough. Now, essentially, Tommy, you're sitting here complaining and talking about the men are feminized. No, the men are not feminized. It's just that because of your bullshit fucking feminism, you made the women so fucking manly that now the men don't even seem that manly. Because, bro, these women, they got gassed up way too hard by your feminism. So now they're the boss. Now they're the CEO. Now they're the president. They don't have time for boyfriends. They don't have time for kids. They don't have any of that. They don't have any of that because you sold them on a dream of girl boss. But guess what? Girl bosses don't have families. Girl bosses don't have kids. They don't want them because they got sold on a dream of you can do you. You don't need a man. You can make your own money. You can be independent. And by all means, do all that shit. But it's coming at a cost. And you want to sit here and put the blame on us, man? Respectfully? Fuck you.
And the most commonly cited factor was personal finance. But among women, the strongest reason not to have a child was their desire to maintain their personal independence. Basically, they don't want to give up their brunch and mimosas. They've been ass blasted with propaganda their whole lives, telling them their lives will be ruined, their bodies will be ruined, they'll never have fun again.
Don't sacrifice your life and your body and your happiness for a man. Okay. Go for it, man.
But Tommy, I really gotta ask, is it men or is it you?
That's what I'm saying. Shu, you're asking the right questions. I'm telling you. She doesn't get digged down, bro. That's it. And I don't know how old she is, but if she needed plastic surgery, she's probably around my age, I feel, just by looking at her. And guess what, homegirl? Men don't want you. They don't. They don't. A man would rather get with a girl that works, I don't know, man, at Subway. He'd actually rather have a girl that doesn't have a job than to have your attitude, your girl boss, independent, overbearing, domineering attitude, blah blah blah. Not to mention you're pushing 40, right? The prospects of children, that diminishes as you get older. Men can continuously have it, but you're not getting any attention. And it's pissing you off. That's just funny to me.
This is going to be the summer of canceling boys.
Okay.
All of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful.
Lies. Fellas, don't listen to that shit. That is a trap. When have you ever heard a man say, all my friends are attractive? When? Name it. Show me. Prove it. When y'all say ridiculous, asinine shit like that, we don't believe you. Because women are the worst judge of character. Y'all are the worst judge of each other. Really. Y'all will smile in each other's faces and talk shit about each other behind y'all's backs. So, no, I don't believe you when you say that all of your friends are attractive. Because I've been out before, man, and I've seen a gaggle of you ladies, right? And it's 3 Barbies and 1 fucking Shrek. And the 3 Barbies are trying to convince me that Shrek over here is a fucking 10. Bitch, what? No, you're lying. Stop it. You're not the consumer of women. So stop telling us how to view them. Okay? We're the consumer of women. Stop telling everyone that you and your friends are attractive. We will be the judge of that. You're not dating your friends. We're going to be the ones dating your friends. Shut up. God, I just had to get that out because that shit's mad annoying.
of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them
Let me guess. But we're still not getting hit on. What is wrong with you guys? Are y'all insecure? Yeah. I know where you're going. It's the same tired bullshit that y'all all say all the time.
have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think
That it's not us, right?
it might not be us. It might be you. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any
Pretty girls get picked, girl. Pretty girls get picked. And you're pretty. So why haven't you been picked? That's strange. That's odd. That's a red flag to me. Bye. You're that pretty and you're still single? And you're on TikTok crying and complaining and bitching and moaning, trying to absolve yourself of any kind of wrongdoing or responsibility as to why you're single? Stop it.
Friends are successful. Men don't give a shit about that. They'd marry a Walmart cashier if she was nice.
I'm telling you, she knows. She knows. And then y'all wanna have the audacity to be like, women are more romantic. Really? Are you sure? Because I'll marry someone that works at Taco Bell. Will y'all? Exactly. I'm right. You're wrong. So, if I'm willing to marry someone that works at Dollar General, you're only willing to marry someone that makes $2 million a year. Who's actually the romantic one? Don't worry. I'll wait.
I think men between the ages of 20 and 30 are not ready, in most cases, for marriage, are usually not ready to be husbands and fathers.
That's a cultural issue. So,
is anyone really ever ready to be a husband or a father? You kind of just like learn as you go, especially with children. No one knows how to be a mother or a father. You just have the fucking kid and you do it. And you get good at it. Did you know how to play Call of Duty when you first started playing it? No. But you played for like, I don't know, 1,000 hours. Now you're king. I feel like some of these ladies just like the sounds of their own voices.
Wait, there's more. She also believes women don't have to bring anything to the table.
And as a woman, I want a strong man who is a protector and a provider that will go to war if need be, that will protect me, protect my family, make money. But I don't think a man needs to get something out of it to be a manly man, a protector and a provider.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. That's like saying you gotta go to work, clock in, work 9 fucking hours, and at the end of the day, you don't get paid, but you still have to show up and do the damn thing with no pay, no appreciation, not even a fucking thank you, just because he has to. What?
Blame. These two women have a combined age of 93 and they have 0 children between both.
Fucking knew it. I knew it. No children, no man, no dick, just a dresser drawer full of sex toys. That's it. Those are the angriest ones. Calling us losers. Calling us trash. Asmongold said it best. It's just a whole bunch of loser-ass broads that are mad because they didn't get a call back. Just like all you broads on the T-app.
You both have repugnant personality types, so listening to this was like male birth control to me.
It really is. Like, I do not want to sleep with either of you. Like, yeah, y'all are pretty, but that whole pretty shit, that shit only works for like 21 and 22-year-olds. So if that's who you're fucking with, they don't want to get married. So then you get on TV talking about, oh, men don't want to get married. Okay, well, what kind of men are you fucking with? Oh, well, I met this college guy. Well, no shit! No shit, lady!
A lot of these jobs being taken are jobs traditionally held by men, like construction and factory jobs, manual labor work. But it's not just manual labor jobs, it's also the tech industry and business industry, which are careers also mainly held by men. There are many examples of this, such as Microsoft recently cutting thousands of American workers while requesting 14,000 more H-1B workers this year. Some of those job positions include data scientists, which are 70% men, software developers, which are 80% men, and electronic engineers, which are 90% men, and many more like that. Another example of this was Tesla, where roughly 15,000 American employees were fired in April 2024, and many were replaced with H-1B visa holders. On Twitter, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy.
I thought that whatever happened to Elon only hiring Americans? So that was clearly a fucking lie. Or maybe he just changed up.
Swami tried to chalk this up to these immigrants just simply being the best and the brightest. Yeah, okay. You're paying them less for longer hours and more work, and they're willing to deal with it in order to stay in the country. It's coercive, exploitative, and, dare I say, not very America first. When conservatives confronted Elon Musk for this last year, he told somebody, and I quote, "Take a big step back and yourself in the face."
The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of H-1B. Take a big step back and fuck yourself in the face. He tried to channel his inner Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder, and it just came off as cringe. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. I used to like Elon, and I say used to, which means I don't really like him that much anymore. But the reason that I don't like him that much is actually more petty than this. It's actually more petty than anything that you could quite possibly think of in this moment right now as you listen to me speak. The reason I don't like this motherfucker is because he cheats in video games. You may have your own reason for disliking this guy. Whatever. It might be a stupid reason. It might be a good reason. But my reason, this motherfucker cheats in video games. I can't stand for that. I can't just let that sit. I can't ignore that, and I can't look the other way. I'm a gamer. Fuck cheaters.
I am not beating the allegations with this one. The brown people are not taking your jobs, okay? It's not their fault. They're just cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Aim upwards.
Yeah.
But it's not just the brown people taking your jobs. It's the women, too. Many of the dying industries are male-dominated, while many of the growing industries are female-dominated, and stigma around these jobs being woman jobs usually stops men from working them. Women are overwhelmingly entering and excelling in college and the workforce, and they're more flexible about job position and pay, while young men usually hold out for higher-paying, higher-position jobs that will make them the breadwinner. Because you see, despite the world progressing and the role of women changing, the role of men has not changed. Every woman is a feminist until the dinner bill comes. But what's crazy is
every woman is a feminist until the draft hits. That's for sure. And now all of a sudden, y'all want to be back in the kitchen. That's crazy, isn't it? Funny.
women might be the ones paying that dinner bill soon. A study from the UK found women aged 22 to 29 earned about $1,000 more annually than men.
Congratulations, feminists. You became the men you hated. You became the men you hated.
Completely reversing the traditional gender pay gap for this age group. In the US, a 2022 Pew Research Center analysis showed that women under 30 out-earned men in many metropolitan areas, with median earnings at or above 100% of men's.
Which is not a problem. It's just the deal with modern women today, out-earning men, is just that some of these bitches can't be humble. They just can't. The second they start making a little bit of money, the second they get a little bit of power, the second they start making more than their man. And let me tell you something. Been married twice. The first marriage, I made more than her, right? And then once I lost my job, guess what? She was gone. Second marriage. For the first 5 years of our relationship, I made more than her. And then we get married. And then a year later, she starts out earning me. After she starts out earning me, guess what happens? Divorce, man. And I tell you that because that's the case with a lot of these women. They start making money and then they just say, fuck everything else. They do. Fuck having kids. Fuck boyfriends. You're out of my league. Blah, blah, blah. I only want a partner that's on my level, right? Which is stupid because you're out earning everyone. Yet you demand a boyfriend or a husband or this or that is not only going to make as much money as you, but also do everything else that a partner has to do and all this shit. And you don't like that, right? You wanted to make more, and now that you make more, it turns you off to guys that make less. Y'all just don't make any fucking sense, man. It's like,
Cities like New York and Washington, D.C. That may not sound like a lot of money now, but it's a growing trend that has never been seen before. It's so bad that it's really starting to affect the dating world. American women have never been this resigned to staying single. They are responding to major demographic shifts, including huge and growing gender gaps in economic and educational attainment, political affiliation, and beliefs about what family should look like. More women than men are attending college, buying houses, and focusing on their friendships and careers over dating and marriage.
See?
The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by a growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women.
no, I don't think really education has much to do with it. I think it's career prospects. That's what it is. I literally just told you that men don't care that you're a CEO. They don't care that you make $200,000 a year. They don't care that you have a degree. They don't give a fuck about any of that, man. But you're focusing the whole first 35 years of your life on just that. And then you want to turn around and call male losers. You've been ignoring them because you were doing your own thing. And then you want to turn around and be bitches. Men make a lot of money. Their thought process is, what can I do for my girl? What can I do for my what can I do for my kids? Or they say, now that I have plenty of money, maybe now it's time to start looking for a girl and start looking for kids and start looking for a family. That's what goes through the mind of a man. But the second you ladies get the same kind of money, the same kind of power, the same kind of status, that's not your thought process. The second you get the bag, your thought process is, what can I do for myself? How can I make my life better? How can I continue to do for me? Do you see the disconnect, ladies? That's why all y'all are single as fuck, man. And some of y'all might not care, but again, I'm gonna reiterate it. Wait until they're 45 on fucking TikTok, talking about. So what's the problem? Do men not approach women anymore? I'm telling you.
Rates by 45 have plummeted to 52% for those born between 1930 and 1980, according to research by Cornell University. Young men without a degree are struggling so much as a group that there simply aren't enough with steady jobs and earnings for non-college women to date. Men are poor, women most affected. Modern women are no longer
Pretty much, man. Pretty much.
Tied to their gender role. Birth control has freed them from the prison that is their biology, and they are making their own money, sometimes more than men. They can have it all. They can do anything. They can be anything.
Yep.
While at the same time, men are still expected to be the provider. And more importantly, many men still want to be the provider.
And one thing that I've noticed that a lot of modern women do, your money is our money, but my money is my money. That's how these ladies are. They want to be girl bosses, they want to be rich, they want to be millionaires, they want to have all the status in the world, but they still want you to make enough to buy everything that they either feel they don't have to buy or don't want to buy or just don't want to spend the money. They still want you to foot the bill or just take care of everything, even though they have plenty and they could take care of it by themselves. They still want you there. Your money is our money. My money is my money. That's how they operate. So they don't. So whenever they spend money, it's on them. It's on themselves. Whenever you spend money, it's for the both of you. Tell me I'm wrong, ladies. Not all of you. I'm only preaching to the choir here with the shit that I say. Okay. I know a lot of you. Y'all are good broads, but for the ones that the shoe fits, go ahead. I dare you. Tell me I'm wrong.
Modern young people being lazy? Sure, I guess. Every generation had lazy people. And we do basically live in late-stage mouse utopia, after all. Young people today are faced with two options: revolution or escapism. And a lot of them are choosing escapism. Many have basically given up, but it's not like they didn't try. They tried, and they found out the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, whether it's college, dating, or the job market. And in a way, many young men are kind of choosing revolution.
And that just goes to show you, man, mainstream media, the government, blah, 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 the powers that be, they do not like when you go your own way. They don't. The media does not like when you don't need them. That fucking house right there despises when you don't need them. The powers that be, they fucking hate self-sufficiency. They hate that you don't rely on them. They hate that you don't need them. They hate that you have walked away from the game entirely. The same way a casino owner gets fucking mad when someone stands up from the table and stops spending money.
Never before seen large shift rightward in young men is a small revolution in a way. They're saying, this isn't working for me, this sucks, I hate this, I want something different. This is also manifesting on the Democrat side in general. The young men that are still voting left are voting further left. You saw this recently in New York City, where Zoran Mamdani, a self-proclaimed Democratic socialist, won the Democratic primary. Young men are tired of the establishment, left and right. They're tired of the system, and they want to burn it down and start again. They want something that works for them, because this is not working for them.
If you wake up one morning and you find yourself in a society where 23-year-olds with 4-year college degrees and like initiative, who aren't smoking weed every day, if they can't make enough to buy a car, much less a home, much less get married, much less have children, then why should you be surprised when half of them say they prefer socialism?
Huh.
Yeah.
Fox News should hire that guy. There is an entire generation of fighting-aged men who are
I'm actually glad he no longer works there. Good for him.
enraged and feel like they have nothing to live for. You should probably start caring. When they saw this airing on Fox News, they saw an angry woman nagging in their faces about how everything wrong in the world is their fault.
And we fucking hate that shit, bro. We hate it. We cannot stand that. It's just...
An all too familiar thing they have been hearing for far too long. But unfortunately for Democrats, nobody under the age of 60 watches Fox News, so this is not really going to have an effect on young men whatsoever. So keep that $20 million. You might still need it. Unless we get dragged into another war in the Middle East. If we do get dragged into another war in the Middle East, young men might come running back to the Democratic Party. Maybe not. Maybe not even a George Bush II election.
Well, I will say this. That $20 million that you're using for this reason, it is stupid. But I gotta give credit. It pains my soul to do so, but I have to. At least that $20 million is being used on Americans. And not for motherfucking gender studies in Iran. So there's that. That's a plus, right? Thanks. I'll see y'all later.